Introduction to the Quadratic Formula. At this point, you have learned how to solve quadratic equations using graphs and tables by factoring with the zero product property, by the square root method, and by completing the square. There's one more method for solving quadratic equations. It's called the quadratic formula. Given the standard form of the quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, where a does not equal 0, the solution or solutions, if they exist, are so the solutions are negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So the solutions to the quadratic formula, if they exist, are x1 and 2 equal negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. This formula is a fraction that can be split two ways. So we have a positive and a negative. So we can split this into two terms, negative b over 2a plus or minus this square root over 2a. So we have the plus version here and the negative version here. The solutions and the graph. Let's consider the graph of the quadratic function given by f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. In the figure, there are two x-intercepts shown, here and there, one at each of the solutions to the equation. So here is the axis of symmetry, which is negative b over 2a, which should look familiar because we've been using this a lot. And this horizontal distance away from the axis of symmetry is this amount, the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So we can either add that amount and go this way to this point, or subtract this amount and go this way to this intercept here. So we can see now that this is the axis of symmetry here, and we travel this distance away from it, to the right or left.